a moment that promises to alter the landscape of the NBA, the San Antonio Spurs have won the draft lottery, earning the number 1 overall pick. This seismic event could not have come at a better time, as they now have the opportunity to acquire Victor Wembanyama, a 19-year-old Frenchman, standing at 7 foot 3 inches and wildly hailed as the greatest NBA prospect since LeBron James. The Spurs, a franchise with a storied history and a knack for nurturing international talent, are now on the precipice of a new era. But just who is Victor Wembanyama, and what does this mean for the future of the Spurs? The Spurs were one of the 3 teams with the best odds, 14%, to land the number 1 pick, which they will almost certainly use on Wembanyama. This young phenom isn't just coming into the league to play. He's coming to win, with his eyes firmly set on an NBA championship. "I'm trying to win a ring ASAP," Wembanyama told ESPN after the lottery results, challenging the Spurs and their fan base to be ready. This draft victory marks the 3rd time the Spurs have secured the lottery, and history suggests that the franchise knows how to capitalize on such opportunities. In 1987, they selected David Robinson, and a decade later, they picked Tim Duncan in 1997. These choices, which paid off handsomely over the ensuing decades, were integral to the Spurs' 5 NBA titles under legendary coach Greg Popovich. Spurs managing partner Peter J. Holt encapsulated the collective excitement within the franchise when he stated, "Our future was already bright, now it's going to be through the moon." Brian Wright, the general manager, echoed this sentiment, calling it an incredible day for the franchise and the fans. The Spurs' fortune has also ignited excitement among other franchises. Joe Cronin, the general manager of the Trailblazers, called the draft a deep, talented one, expressing his enthusiasm for the Blazers moving up to the 3rd pick. The top pick in this draft is particularly special according to many within the basketball community. The term generational talent is often thrown around, but in the case of Wembanyama, it appears to be more than just a cliche. Brian Wright elucidated on this point, stating, "People talk about generational talent and you only think on-court skill, but it's bigger than that." Peter Holt talked about his ability to be a great teammate, his ability to think the game, unique challenges. You see him doing things that you wouldn't have even guessed someone could do. His approach, his professionalism. I think when you use the word generational talent, it extends beyond just your ability to put the ball in the basket, and he's unique in so many ways. Such high praise for a young player might seem premature, but Wembanyama's track record already points to great things. The Spurs, who finished the past season with a 22-60 record, have a well-documented history of success with international players. Arguably their greatest triumphs came with the recruitment of Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker, the latter of whom owns the French team that Wembanyama played for last season. Wembanyama isn't just a towering presence on the court. His abilities extend beyond his impressive height. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver described him as an incredible young man and a generational talent, highlighting his age, skill, and potential for growth. Wembanyama, however, isn't just waiting to be molded by the NBA. He's actively honing his skills. He recently clinched the scoring title for France's top pro league, Boulogne-Levallois, with a 22-point effort, solidifying his status as a formidable offensive force. The anticipation of Wembanyama's arrival in the NBA is palpable, not just in San Antonio, but across the entire league. Vincent Collet, Wembanyama's coach in France and also the coach of the French national team, had high praises for the young star, saying, "I think the team that has the first choice isn't going to get it wrong." He also mentioned that Wembanyama is expected to play for the French national team this summer at the World Cup and next summer at the 2024 Paris Olympics, further emphasizing the prospect's high ceiling. Indeed, the echo of Wembanyama's immense potential resounds across both sides of the Atlantic. Keith Hornsby, an American guard who has crossed paths with Wembanyama during his time with Nanterre 92 in France's top division, paints a vivid picture of the young player's prowess. He's a once-in-a-millennium type build and skill set. You just don't see guys like him come around. Hornsby told The Guardian, "His ceiling is as high as he's able to create." This sentiment reflects the collective anticipation that has been brewing within the NBA community, all awaiting the arrival of this 19-year-old French phenom. Wembanyama, who is wrapping up his third professional season in France, was unable to attend the lottery due to his game schedule. Still, his name rings loudly as the consensus top pick for the upcoming draft. With the height of a center, the shooting touch of a wing, and the passing ability of a point guard, his entry into the NBA is poised to be nothing short of explosive. As the NBA community waits with bated breath for the draft, other top prospects like Scoot Henderson of the G League Ignite, Brandon Miller of Alabama, and twin brothers Amen and Ausar Thompson of the Overtime Elite program watch the lottery results unfold, providing them a better idea of where they might start their NBA careers. The San Antonio Spurs' win of the draft lottery and the chance to bring Wembanyama on board represents more than just an opportunity to revitalize the team. It's a chance to usher in a new era of basketball, both for the franchise and the NBA. This promising star is set to be a centerpiece in the Spurs roster and a key player in their strategy to re-emerge as a dominant force in the league. The Spurs have a storied history of unearthing and nurturing international talents like Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker, and this tradition appears to be continuing with Wembanyama, the French wunderkind. Greg Popovich, the Spurs coach who has steered the team to 5 NBA titles, is renowned for his ability to bring out the best in his players. The prospect of what he can do with a player of Wembanyama's caliber is thrilling to consider. In the end, the NBA draft is more than just a selection of players. It's a spectacle that showcases the future of the sport, introducing the world to the stars of tomorrow. As Wembanyama steps into the global spotlight, his journey will be one to follow closely. His skills, mindset, and drive to win set him apart as a player, but it's his potential to revolutionize the game that makes his entry into the NBA a truly historic event. In an era when the sport is becoming increasingly global, the arrival of a talent like Wembanyama, young, dynamic, and from a background outside the traditional American school and college system, signifies the exciting and diverse future of basketball. His journey from France to the NBA is a testament to the international appeal and reach of the sport, and a sign of the ever-evolving nature of the game. As Victor Wembanyama steps into his new journey with the San Antonio Spurs, we're all excited to see how this story unfolds. We're eager to know your thoughts. Will Wembanyama live up to the hype? Drop your predictions in the comments section below. Remember to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest NBA news and analysis.